and this time it's Asian sports cars. And this one is going to be a long one, so get ready. Set? Let's go! That's alright. We're very professional here. Starting with starting in the middle with the 1992 Honda NSX-R, which costs 90,000 credits, starts at B664, is rear-wheel drive with an engine in the middle, has a 6.4 in speed, 6.3 in handling, 7.5 in acceleration, 8 in launch, and 6.4 in braking. Next is the 2005 Honda NSX-R, which costs 150,000 credits, starts at B684, is rear-wheel drive with an engine in the middle, has a 6.6 in speed, 6.4 in handling, 7.5 in acceleration, 8.1 in launch, and a 6.5 in braking. Next up is the 2009 Honda S2000 CR, which costs 25,000 credits, starts at B620, is rear-wheel drive with an engine at the front, has a 5.8 in speed, 6.2 in handling, 6.9 in acceleration, 7.6 in launch, and 5.6 in braking. Next is the 2013 Hyundai Genesis Coupe 3.8 Track, which costs 32,000 credits, starts at B698, is rear-wheel drive with an engine at the front, has a 6.7 in speed, 6.4 in handling, 7.7 in acceleration, 7.3 in launch, and a 6.9 in braking. Next up is the 2012 Infiniti IPLG Coupe, which costs 52,000 credits, starts at B679, is rear-wheel drive with an engine at the front, has a speed of 6.5, handling of 6.4, acceleration of 7.1, launch of 7.5, and braking of 6.9. Next is the 1997 Lexus SC300, which costs 25,000 credits, starts at C533, is rear-wheel drive with an engine at the front, has a 5.7 in speed, a 5.2 in handling, a 6.2 in acceleration, 6.7 in launch, and 4.5 in braking. Next is the 2005 Mazda Speed MX-5, which costs 25,000 credits, starts at C584, is rear-wheel drive with an engine at the front, has a 5.2 in speed, 6 in handling, 6.7 in acceleration, 6.9 in launch, and 5.8 in braking. The 1994 Mazda MX-5 Miata, which costs 25,000 credits, starts in D486, is rear-wheel drive with an engine at the front, is a 4.7 in speed, 5.1 in handling, 5.8 in acceleration, 6.2 in launch, and 4.4 in braking. Next, the 1990 Mazda Savannah RX-7, which costs 25,000 credits, starts at C588, is rear-wheel drive with an engine at the front, is a 5.9 in speed, 6 in handling, 6.5 in acceleration, 7.1 in launch, and 6 in braking. Next is the 2016 Mazda MX-5, which costs 35,000 credits, starts at C599, is rear-wheel drive with an engine at the front, has a 5.5 in speed, 6.2 in handling, 6.7 in acceleration, 7.2 in launch, 6.3 in braking. Next, the 2013 Mazda MX-5 costs 26,000 credits, starts at C573, is rear-wheel drive with an engine at the front, has a 5 in speed, 6.1 in handling, 6.1 in acceleration, 6.7 in launch, and a 5.6 in braking. Next is the 2011 Mazda RX-8 R3, which costs 27,000 credits, I messed it up. That's a little disappointing. I was like, oh, 25, 26, 27, but obviously that's not true because that's 35,000. I'm just dumb. Anyways, it's it starts at B614, is rear-wheel drive with an engine at the front. It has a 5.9 in speed, 6.1 in handling, 6.8 in acceleration, 7.3 in launch, and 6.2 in braking. Next is the 1992 95, and I had screwed it up again. Oh boy, there's one more Mazda, the 1997 Mazda RX-7, which starts at B643, is rear-wheel drive, probably with an engine in the front, a 6.8 in speed, a 6.1 in handling, a 7.2 in acceleration, 7.7 in launch, and a 5.4 in braking. Next is the 1995 Mitsubishi Eclipse GSX, which costs 25,000 credits, starts at C583, is all-wheel drive with an engine at the front, has, oh boy, my mind is broken. Anyways, has a 6.1 in speed, a 5.9 in handling, a 6.2 in acceleration, 6.9 in launch, and 4.8 in braking. Next up is the 1995 Nissan Nismo GTR LM, which costs 1.1 million credits, starts at A711, has rear-wheel drive with an engine at the front, has a 6 in speed, 7 in handling, 7.1 in acceleration, 7.4 in launch, and a 7.6 in braking. Next is the 1997 Nissan Skyline GTR V-Spec, which costs 37,000 credits, starts at B662, is all-wheel drive with an engine at the front, has a 6.4 in speed, 6.3 in handling, 7.1 in acceleration, 7.9 in launch, and 6.4 in braking. Next, the 1993 Nissan 240SX SE, which costs 25,000 credits, starts at C508, is rear-wheel drive with an engine at the front, has a 5.2 in speed, 5.2 in handling, 5.7 in acceleration, 6.2 in launch, and 5.2 in braking. Next, the 1987 Nissan Skyline GTS R R31, which costs 100,000 credits, starts at C588, is rear-wheel drive with an engine at the front. It has a 5.8 in speed, 6 in handling, 6.6 in acceleration, a 7 in launch, and 5 in braking. Next is the 1992 Nissan Silvia Club K's, which costs 25,000 credits. It starts at C577 and is rear-wheel drive with an engine at the front. It has 5.6 in speed, 5.9 in handling, 6.5 in acceleration, 6.8 in launch, and 4.9 in braking. Next is the 2003 Nissan Fairlady Z, which costs 35,000 credits. Starts at B645, is rear-wheel drive with an engine at the front, and has a 6.6 in speed, a 6.2 in handling, a 7.1 in acceleration, 7.4 in launch, and a 5.4 in braking. Next, there are a lot of Nissans in here, although we are getting to the end of them. The 2010 Nissan 370Z, which costs 40,000 credits, starts at A717, is rear-wheel drive with an engine at the front, has a 6.8 in speed, 6.6 in handling, 7.5 in acceleration, 7.8 in launch, and 7.2 in braking. Next is the 2002 Nissan Skyline GTR V-Spec 2, which costs 63,000 credits, starts at A703, has is all-wheel drive with an engine in the front, has a 6.3 in speed, 6.6 in handling, 7.3 in acceleration, 8.1 in launch, and 7.3 in braking. Next is the 1998 Nissan Silvia K's Aero, which costs 25,000 credits, starts at C595, is rear-wheel drive with an engine at the front, has a 5.9 in speed, 6 in handling, 6.8 in acceleration, 6.9 in launch, and 5 in braking. And the second to last Nissan, the 2000 Nissan Silvia Spec R, which costs 35,000 credits, starts at C600, is rear-wheel drive with an engine at the front, has a speed of 6, a handling of 6, an acceleration of 7, a launch of 7.6, and a braking of 5.4. And the 2000 Nissan Silvia Spec R Horizon Edition, which has the Drift Skills Boost, starts at A742, which is pretty ridiculous compared to that. Is rear-wheel drive, with an engine at the front still. Is a speed of 6, a handling which hasn't changed, a handling of 7.3, which is quite a big improvement, an acceleration of 7, which hasn't changed, a launch of 7.8, which is a little improvement, and a braking of 7.6, which is a huge improvement. Next, wow, that was weird. Next, the 1996 Subaru SVX. It costs 25,000 credits, starts at C592, is all-wheel drive with an engine at the front, has a 6 in speed, 6 in handling, 6.4 in acceleration, 6.5 in launch, and 5.6 in braking. Next. Oh boy, next is the 2013 Subaru BRZ, which costs 32,400 credits. Why is it so weird? Didn't know it was that weird. Okay, whatever. 32,400 credits. It starts at C580, is rear-wheel drive with an engine at the front, has a 5.8 in speed, 5.8 in handling, 6.7 in acceleration, 6.7 in launch, and 4.8 in braking. We also have the 2013 Subaru BRZ Horizon Edition, which has the XP Boost skill, starts at A713, is rear-wheel drive, still. Has a 5.8 in speed, which hasn't changed. A 7.1 in handling, which is a little improvement. An acceleration of 6.5, which didn't change. A launch of 7, which is a little improvement, and braking of 7.3, which is quite a big improvement. You see how Horizon Edition cars work now? If it's already relatively good, they will basically just up the handling and up the braking, and if other stats go up a little bit, whatever. But they just try to make this better. Although if it's like the Subaru Brat from last time, it's gonna be an improvement in like all the stats because it sucks to begin with, and they need to up it to at least like C class for it to be Horizon Edition. Anyways, we have another one that's not in the store, which is probably my least favorite car in the game, which is quite ridiculous that it can manage to do that. The 2017 Tamo Racemo, which starts at C589, is rear-wheel drive with a speed of 5.1, a handling of 6.2, an acceleration of 6.5, a launch of 7.4, and a braking of 6.1. And it's pretty terrible. Next is the 1992 Toyota Supra 2.0 GT Twin Turbo, which costs 30,000 credits. Starts at C579, is rear-wheel drive with an engine at the front, has a 5.6 in speed, 6 in handling, 6.4 in acceleration, 6.9 in launch, and 5 in braking. Next is the Initial D car, the 1985 Toyota Sprinter Trueno GT Apex. Wow. Which costs 25,000 credits. Starts at C544, is rear-wheel drive with an engine at the front, speed of 5, a handling of 5.5, an acceleration of 6.5, a launch of 6.7, and a braking of 4.5. Next is the 2013 Toyota GT86, which costs 28,800 credits. It's just like the BRZ. It's really weird. Why is it like, oh, 28,800? Not like these, solid numbers that they literally have everywhere else. No, they have to be weird numbers. Anyways, it starts at C580, is rear-wheel drive with an engine at the front, has a 5.7 in speed, 5.8 in handling, 6.5 in acceleration, 6.7 in launch, and a 5.5 in braking. Next, and second to last, is the 1998 Toyota Supra RZ, which costs 38,000 credits, starts at B693, is rear-wheel drive with an engine at the front, has a 6.6 in speed, 6.5 in handling, 7.3 in acceleration, 7.7 in launch, and 7 in braking. And finally, the 1998 Toyota Supra RZ Horizon Edition, which has, unsurprisingly, the drift skills boost, it starts at A779, is rear-wheel drive, has a speed of 6.6, which didn't change, a handling of 7.4, which is an improvement, or quite a sizable improvement, has an acceleration of 7.3, which didn't change, a launch of 8.2, which is actually kind of a big improvement for, launch improvements in some of this, in the ones we've seen so far, and a braking of 8.4, which is a huge improvement. And that is it for Asian Sports Cars, which is one of the longest ones. I'm pretty sure it's not the longest one, but it's one of the longest ones. Next time, it's European sports cars, which is surprisingly not that long compared to Asian sports cars. But, at least it starts at A this time compared to starting at H. So, yeah.